Glad to have you join us again. It's Business Breakfast. If you just joined us, this is iBrand Television flagship business program. We're talking business here, and it's now time for us to get into the segment where we talk about issues that has to do with the capital market, bring out the figures, analyze them, and give you insights on how you can invest at the capital market. But before we dive into the conversation, let me read this out to you. In the trading week ended Friday, February the 9th, the Nigerian Exchange Limited all-share index and market capitalization depreciated by 2.45% and 2.49% to close at 101,858.37 basis points and 55.7 trillion naira respectively. The market recorded total turnover of 2.47 billion shares worth 47.85 billion naira in 54,982 deals, in contrast to a total of 3.89 billion shares valued at 95.14 billion naira. The financial services industry measured by volume led the activity chart with 1.68 billion shares valued at 28.51 billion naira, traded in 25,751 deals, thus contributing 68.1% and 59.58% to the total equity turnover, volume and value respectively. As always, I have joining me now live in our Lagos studio, Ambrose Omodion, Chief Research Officer, Invest Data Consulting Limited. Ambrose, good morning. It's a pleasure, as always, having you join me on the program today.
Thanks for having me, Blessed.
Ambrose, before we dive into the conversation today, a sad incident happened over the weekend that led to the demise of the Group Executive Officer of Access Holdings Limited, in person of Albert Wigwe, and the former chairman of the NGX, Mr. Ogunbajo. What do you have to say concerning this sad incident?
You said, for me, I would say maybe there's a peace because this part of life, but I think for me, the market will feel their impact. But I believe that Access will have all course social plan before now, and I trust Wigwe because it's a guy that plans for the future. I know that they will have their own plan. Actually, when people are calling me, will this bring the price of Access Bank to 18 naira? I say it's not possible because they have a timetable, a strategy they are following, which I know that it's not only Wigwe is driving that. Others are in that. I believe that they will continue. But for me, Nigeria have lost really a resource, very resource person. I know the guy that can think outside the box. That is what I like him for.
I'm telling you that. Exactly. It brought a lot of innovation into the Nigerian financial sector, and it caused a lot of reforms, a lot of disruption, so to say. We see a lot of mergers and acquisitions, a lot of
acquiring,
even across the country. Beyond the continent, yes.
The guy was
within the continent and outside.
The guy was trying to build Access to become the next first leading bank in Nigeria and Africa, and the guy is already there. As we speak now, the gross end of Access Bank swallow all the banks in Nigeria, even all the old banks and the new ones, Disney Bank, in terms of their gross earnings. It's only on the bottom line, because when we are acquiring, we are spending more of your money. That's why it's not reflecting on their bottom line. For me, let's believe that yes, others will continue that journey, but I know that Access Bank has a team, and also this is an opportunity also for the former MD before him. For me, because two of them had this vision when they started. Now that God have kept him.
But he was the leading MD when they started off.
What I mean that,
but he stepped down.
Yeah, but what
are you saying he should come back on board?
At this time, it can be in the board. Either a manager, the chairman of the group. That will give him more insight to look at, because as a chairman, you oversee both the management and also the board.
Yes.
For me, it's a good time for me to come, because I know that those guys know what they are doing. You can see how they started from one corner in Lekki. They came out, they started all over the world, they moved to Africa. Now they are launching out for me.
Yeah, I think they as at last year there was the launch of Access Bank in France.
Yes. Also they now have they also have their own payment platform already.
Yes.
I know that one will push the bank. For me, I think this time, if I'm not on the board, but if they are hearing me, I think they come and join us, be the chairman, and also let's continue.
Let's talk about this now as to how it relates to us now. This is the capital market segment of the program here. So, in what way do you think that this sad situation has affected Access Bank shares at the capital market?
No, one thing is that, like I said earlier, no organization is tied to an individual.
Very true.
Because they have a board, they have management team. Oh, that means, fine. Like I said, don't forget that the time GTB lost their own former MD.
Yes.
I'll tell you, since then, the confidence investor has in GTB has improved. Because they've seen successor coming easily, and that has boosted people. I know that yes, Model is around, and yes, very unfortunate that we lost the man that we know that is all the visionary, driving everything. But I know that others will follow. But also, they will boost the confidence we have in the assets. If we are seeing the same move, the same speed, we are seeing people now. That means yes. That means even the next generation to go happen, they have team, they have good morale. For example, now in Zenith Bank don't go outside Zenith to take any MD. It's within the people that have grown around it that understand. Yes, and I know that assets will not be without success. That's why I'm not troubled, but I know that yes, the guy will lose fine, but I know that things will come.
Let's talk about succession planning a little bit. I've seen that happen within some Tier 1 banks. I've seen that happen in UBA. UBA is very strong at that, and like you rightly mentioned, I've seen that also happen in Zenith Bank as well.
Even in GT.
GT, yes, very, very true. But how do we make other banks to have that strong corporate governance strategy within them to create that succession planning that brings about a continuity within the management team?
You can see the life of what's it called? Sterling Bank and all that. Before now, they bring people from outside, and the person now bring his own strategy, but now they all know that this time somebody within the team have understand where we are going. Also have grown with the bank, will know where they're going.
Understand the direction.
It's not only for the banking sector. It is also be repeated in other
organizations.
Yes. Yeah. Why? When you have a successful plan, not that because you are the owner of the company, let something happen, your son have no background from anywhere, come and start heading. You see, you drag the company back. But people in that board, in that team management team that understand, should be the to step. When you step out, you will feel the gap, you will feel it because you understand where they are going.
The vacuum will not be felt.
When you bring somebody outside, that's why, in any successful community you have seen that have made it, have still, test of time, they have that successful plan. And that is why they are stronger and stronger, because when you come in, you already see a plan like Access Bank. They have 5 years rolling plan. Every 5 years they come down, and that's why they are standing. When Mokere was there, and when Mokere was there, every 5 years they tell you ahead, this way we are going. And at the end of the year, they all sit down and tell you, this is after 5 years, this way we're moving on, this way. And also they give you another 5 years. That rolling plan tells that these people, they know where they're going.
They're visionary.
Exactly. For me, the person that want to step into his shoe will know that yes, he has to sit up.
It's a big shoe. It's a big one. Ambrose, I must be honest with you, it's a very big one, because I have watched Wigwe closely, and I understand how visionary that young man was.
But he was not working alone.
Of course, but he leads the team. Yes.
When another person step up now to lead, other will run around him and give him the support they gave Wigwe. For me, the Access will move to the background, because I know when a bank like Access has solidify their merger, even though they are not acquiring anything by now. Again, let's solidify all our merger and come. Let's slow down. You'll see that bank will overnight, wow,
skyrocket. Let's leave it at that. Let's come to the market. Tell us, Ambrose, what played out at the exchange in the course of work last week? Give us your overview of what happened, especially last trading of the week, Friday, as we look forward to another trading activity starting from today.
On this program, I like the way we always see things. I told you the last week that we expect the market was delayed, but the negative sentiment was in terms of sell volume, and also sell sentiment was in that will continue. And I'm not surprised. After the CBN governor being the chairman of the monetary policy committee, when he spoke at Arise TV, he gave a signal. And also on Wednesday, from what he spoke, people saw action of a treasury bill moving from 11.45 to 19. That was people never expected it, above the MPR, which is a monetary policy rate, which is 18.75. You now see that 1 year tenure for treasury bill is at 19. It's above it. Automatically, you have sent a signal to investment that in the coming MPC meeting, there will be rate hike. And when rate is hike, which settle will follow market. Let's say that it's the equity market. But once the Nigerian investors are becoming sophisticated in terms of knowledge, they know that when you increase rate, there are some sectors or industry that benefit from any activity. That's why policy matters a lot. Even though it's from the physical authority, come from the monetary authority, when the policy comes, it is for you to digest. That is why after the news on Thursday, so everybody will run harder to sell. But on Thursday, see, on the secondary market, the yields dropped from 19 to 16. On Monday, on Friday, on Friday we saw a buying interest in capital market in the stock market. We saw a rebound in some stocks, which the trend has continued this morning. As I speak now, we're seeing positive trend as markets are coming today. Extending what we saw yesterday. But what is that when you see high cap stocks leading the index, you might say it's true that it's not reflecting on the general market. Because these are high cap stocks that their price move index will go up. But what do I look at the sectors that are doing well, and also the results I've seen so far in terms of unaudited account to give us an insight what we should be doing as investors. Don't just follow the market. You are in the market to make money. Which company has the capacity to pay good dividend? Table to that and invest in that company. Don't because market is going or going down. You know that each company has different capacity. There's one who pays, then go in for those people that have different characteristics that will support you what you are, because you're not in the market to watch market movement or not. You are there to make money. You're not there to watch your other players. You know why you're in the market and let that guide you. That's why you must have a plan to always trade your plan. It's as simple as that.
Perfect. I like that. Now let's look at inflation. Inflation is likely to come out. The personal report for the month of January, we're expecting it to come out this week on Thursday precisely. What will this fundamental have on the market activity for this week?
It's not only in Nigeria that we're expecting data like inflation. It's across the globe. You can see that in US, all eyes are on
the Fed.
No, not the Fed, on consumer price index tomorrow. Tomorrow Tuesday, our own is coming out either on Thursday. You can see they are all G3 investors to see if inflation will go up again in mature market, so that they will know where to go. But already we know where our inflation is going in Nigeria, that is going to go up. And that's why those in fixed income market are reassessing the opportunity they are having there. Is it worth it? Because if inflation moves to 30% or 31%, I'm realizing that I have 19% for a whole year, I can make 30% in equity market in less than 2 to 3 months. That's why timing, like I said in one of the programs, is key in any world, in any investing. Because don't just say you don't time market, you time the market, because that's how we have time and season, and that's why I have first quarter, second quarter. That's why I have a monetary policy. That's why I have all this. It tells you when to be in the market. For me, if we're expecting earnings to come this period and it come with a kind of dividend reward, you should know what to do. For me, investors should not just look at yields or at 16 or 19, or look at if I wait for a whole year. If I bring 50 million today, they give me 10 million or 5 million ahead of a whole year. When the year inflation is going at the end of the year, because the dream or the vision or the forecast of CBN that they want to achieve 21% inflation in 2024, I think that one is like, for me, I don't know.
A mirage, right?
Yeah, because we are planning to increase wages.
Yes.
We are planning to increase wages, and at the same time, we're still we're fighting with FS, where FS almost 1,500. If we are bringing it in Nigeria, we are already importing inflation to Nigeria economy. Also, if you increase wages, people potentially will come up. They also go to the same market. Demand for those goods that are few, that are very scarce, that are limited, but it will go up. I don't know the more. That's why if you are increasing your interest rate to attract foreign investor, where you have insecurity in your environment, you are trying to discourage the local business to run, because if the cost of borrowing fund is high, how will I expand? Rather, I start bringing my business, automatically I'm going to create unemployment. And this economy that you want to work, you want to create employment, this economy that you want to price stability. For me, I think they should rethink their model, and also fiscal should also have a way of coming in to see how they balance all this.
Good one. Now let's talk about what's playing out in the fixed and commodities market as we tend to wrap up now. The fixed and commodities market, what would you have to say concerning that?
For me, the oil price before now, that is the major market for commodity market. I've seen that stock, that market, recorded almost 6% for last week. But the good thing is that today, because of fear of this ceasefire that Israel has not accepted, it's already sending a signal. And at the same time, don't forget that when oil price is up, it's going to trigger to other things, because that's the major source of people business, especially in US, in China, this big economy, they need oil. And also, if there's inflation, that's why the matured economy central banks are still waiting. That's why they left their rate unchanged for their first meeting, looking forward to their second one in March to see what. That's why all eyes here in Nigeria are still on what our MPC will be doing come 26, 27. But for me, the commodity market has also influenced. But for any investor, rebalance your portfolio at this time. Are you taking commodity? Are you taking fixed income? Are you taking a bond? Are you taking a treasury? Are you taking stock? Have a good, robust portfolio, so that whenever the market moves anywhere, you are balanced. That's how to be a successful investor. All right, we'll leave it at that. I'd like to say a big thank you to you, Ambrose Amodion, Chief Research Officer, Invest Data Consulting Limited. We're definitely still going to have in the course of the week again, as we're expecting inflation reports to drop, and then we'll look at all of that as well and see how that fundamental perhaps will have any ripple effect on trading activities at the NGX. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks for having me. Have yourself a wonderful day ahead. You too. All right, we shift focus now to our conversation segment. We're looking at the operating environment in Nigeria. What has the rising cost of commodities doing to small businesses? You find out more after this time. To stay with us. It's Business Breakfast on iBrand Television.